Hello everyone. The intervention that I chose is known as the ClassPass Escape Breaks intervention. This is a behavioral intervention. So basically the main purpose of this intervention is to reduce disruptive behaviors by allowing the students to take breaks and by allowing the class passes to take breaks to engage in any activities that they prefer. Now, the reason why I chose this intervention is because I believe this is it's very helpful and it's a positive intervention in changing the attitude of a student toward learning. And most of the time, I see students having hard time focusing in class. And I myself, when I was a student, I used to engage in disruptive behaviors by either passing notes or talking to my friends. And most of the time, the teacher had to assign seats for us or separate us so we would stop talking or pass notes. Now, the way this intervention works is that when the teacher feels like a student or any behavior of a student is very disruptive in the class, she prepares a program. Now, the ClassPass program works in a way that the teacher first decides how many passes she's going to give out to the students, and she decides the time of the passes, like how long the breaks can be. Ideally or typically, three class passes are considered good, and the time, the breaks are 10 minutes for secondary, or I think, no, 10 minutes for elementary and 5 minutes for secondary students is ideal. And then the teacher also identifies the type of activities the students can engage in while on these breaks. And at the end, she creates a reward menu for any unused passes. If the students don't use the passes, then they can exchange that for any of the rewards that they prefer. Now, once the teacher feels like the program is ready to be implemented, she starts the training. So in the training, the teacher discusses or explains the procedures to the students, and then she models them for the students so they know how it works and everything, and then they practice it, and it's usually done within one setting. And once the teacher feels like they're ready, she can implement the intervention. Now, the steps to implement is that the teacher, she gives out the class passes to the students, and when she feels like the student is ready to use the passes, the students are supposed to raise hands and give their class pass, and they can go on and take their break. Now, the breaks are usually 5 to 10 minutes, depending on whatever the teacher allows, and they can engage in activities such as drawing on their desk, or coloring, or reading a book that they desire, or going and doing some computer skills assignment or some work, anything that is reinforcing to them, but it has to be followed by the guidelines set by the teacher. Now, once the student takes the break, they can return. After the break is finished, they can return to their class or their seat and continue on with the learning that is going on. Now, any passes that the student does not use, they can exchange it for any rewards and stuff that they like, or whatever the teacher puts out on the menu. This is pretty much it. The main reason, or the main idea of this intervention is to slowly reduce the number of passes the students use, so they can successfully engage in the assignments fully and focus on them completely without the help of